minister, and the country, and the leadership, and the people involved are not believing us. This is fresh rosewood. This is fresh rosewood. This is fresh rosewood logs that have been cut. These are all fresh rosewood logs. And this is what they do. They bring this fresh rosewood. Look at the dry rosewood that the minister has asked that they should collect under the supervision of the district assemblies, the police people, what have you. This is the dry rosewood. This is a wood miser. They work in the night. You can see that they have done some work here a day or so or two. They'll bring the fresh rosewood, slap them, and load the container with it, and they pretend that they are carrying the dry rosewood. This is a community under Busunu traditional area. This is just before Loto or something, or this even Tachale or so.
Tachale.
And this is why we are crying. See, this is fresh rosewood. Fresh. They are supposed to carry the dry ones. They brought the fresh ones. They'll slap it and they'll bring a container and load this and claim that this is dry rosewood. What can we do? What should we do? Are our eyes closed? Our ears stuck? You talk about this and they are telling you that authorities saying they are bothered about COVID-19. What has COVID-19 got to do with what is happening now? If we think we can survive COVID-19 and we don't have trees, we don't have the environment, what next? This is exactly what we've been crying about. And when we said this in UJC, this is what they did. In that container that we were opening, this is fresh rosewood. Dry rosewood. Wood miser. Work in the night. Collect the fresh rosewood and they are gone. On the Daboya Town Bawina Road. I'm currently sitting on fresh rosewood, 98 pieces of fresh rosewood. And behind me you can see papao that is being worked on. We've said that rosewood is being mixed with papao for export, and when it gets to the destination it's sorted out and we are not being believed. We've said that with the current lifting of dry logs is worse than cutting of fresh logs. People don't believe us. Everybody thinks COVID-19 is more important. Unfortunately, this is about a walking distance. You can see that students close to a secondary school. Funny enough, there's heavy construction work going on here. I'm sure quite a number of authorities would have passed here. I'm sure these road construction people would have seen that this is rosewood. Fresh. This is going to be slapped, processed in the night, locked in a container, and this dry wood will be used to patch up and slap up some of those areas. For me, I think the evidence is up now. We are looking at what next. We've told government that this thing will not work. Do not allow them to lift it. Look at it, fresh wood being lifted instead of dry wood. They've intentionally come to put it close to dry wood and even papao, so they'll tell you they are working on papao. And because a lot of people do not know the difference. Even the Papao, this is a fragile area and Savannah ecological zone. Why do we allow people to log? Why do we allow people to work on? You say and they tell us it's the chiefs. Yes, it's the chiefs, they own the land. But once this thing has not been commoditized, who was buying rosewood? Once there's no permit, who will move rosewood? As I'm sitting down here, gets dried up in a year or two and burned into ashes. Who will cut it again? Farmers are not even willing. Some of these are cut in the night. The farmer go to his farm, leave in the afternoon, in the night he goes back, all the wood are gone and they're taking them off. These ones are lying on the main road, main trunk road, Daboya, Pelumbo Road. And are we saying that people are not seeing this? When the cars come to load, are we saying we are not seeing them? This is clear evidence that there's a failure in the implementation and the enforcement of the law. The minister calls a ban, and there's no implementation, there's no supervision. The minister says there is a ban enforced and it continues. Fresh logging is ongoing. And what do we do? What do we say? For us, we will continue to show, we will continue to bring this evidence, and we will continue to show this to the world, to see that what we say is not working is not working. They're supposed to be moving dry logs, they are cutting and chainsawing fresh logs. We leave the matter to everybody that is watching and everybody that is listening. One day posterity will judge us. One day our law will give us up. Those of us who think we can hide behind the law, I am sure one of these days nature will come up and nature will answer our questions. I'm very certain nature is quite angry. And once he comes up, once the tenders come, once the bees come, once the snake bites come on these people that are logging illegally, I wonder if government will now know where to trail and whom to follow, whose phone to tap, whether they'll be able to tap those of the bees, whether they'll be able to tap those of the tender, whether they'll be able to tap those of the pandemic and the crisis that this is leading us to. For us, we will continue to show and expose that the wrong things are being done under the right documentations.